is 5:39 in the morning. I got something to get off my chest, and this whole topic's going to be over my sister. I'm not going to be running you down, April. It's not going to be any of that. I'm not going to be that person anymore. Or the person y'all want me to be. You, Sandy, everybody. I'm going to be who I want to be. And I'm going to say how I feel. And if you think I'm a nut job at the end, I don't care. I don't care. Basically, April, in the beginning of all this, when at first I started seeing signs of it, is when I left Domino's and I was forced off the road by random cars twice. The first time they didn't succeed. The second time they did by running me up on the curb in Dad's car by messing up the front end of that car. And I had to get it fixed the first time. They kept doing that, and 2 or 3 days went by, and I finally said, okay, enough's enough. Maybe if I leave this company, it'll stop. It got worse. Constantly, I was followed by multiple cars, switching in and out. And this is true, what's happening, not craziness. It's actually really happening. Then I caught on camera, I kept hearing a buzzing noise outside my window, and I can't believe Desiree didn't back me on this, and I'm kind of pissed off because she saw it with her own damn eyes. I'm really pissed off. I'm tired of being called crazy. I'm tired of being called a nut job for telling the truth. I'm tired of it. Basically, I kept hearing it, and then I opened the door really quick, and I went outside, ran out the front door, and looked above. There was a drone, little miniature drone, right there flying above our house. I have it on camera. I chased it down behind my house, and this car came off a belt line, and I was going down Kimbrell, the street behind our dad's house, chasing this thing down. This guy tried to run me off the fucking road. I don't know if he was trying to hit me, but he nearly did. And I made it back to the house. He followed me. I had my gun with me, and the guy just sat there, and all this was on my camera on the front of the house. And the guy just sat there, and I had my hand behind me in case that guy tried to draw anything, and I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. And then I told him I'm going to call the cops. He just sits there. I watch him on camera. Just sits there and does not move. Then he finally takes off slowly after I told him I was going to call the cops. Normally, a criminal would take off quickly after saying that, especially when you're about to draw a gun. No. So I called the police department. When you tell the police department that you're going to draw a gun, I know how that works out. I've watched enough cops, and Dad told me also. They're there in a fucking heartbeat. They'll swarm your damn house. And it took 30 or 40 minutes for a beat cop to show up there. He showed up, looked like he was stoned like no other. I have this all on recording. So how can I be lying? Alright. I file the report. Nothing happens. I get my car fixed again. And it kept happening. I kept getting followed, harassed wherever I go. I finally got a job at another Domino's over here by us, and it was the only job I could hold down. I got the Domino's right here by the house, and then I got fired from there for no apparent reason. Basically, I was recording videos of shit that was happening and going on, the true stuff, and all of a sudden, a guy in my neighborhood, not stating names, started working at the same company as me. Then his house was on one of my videos, so I got taken out back when I went to work. He came out with the manager with him, and he said this, and I quote, it was like he was poking fun at me to try to get at me. These are the things that happens. It's a mind game to fuck with your head. Basically, he said, the guy across the street said, man, I don't know if I believe all the stuff that's happened to you, but if somebody's messing with you or trying to get in your house, I'll grab my 357 myself and come out there and help you. Me and Dad's favorite gun, pistol shooting, was 357. He could have chose any other gun, but he chose that one. And it just hit me. I wanted to just snap, but I didn't. So a couple of days went by, and another complaint by somebody that I don't even know said that I was causing them problems. I don't know who. Then another complaint said I was recording the Domino's pizza logo and the shit and in the videos and causing a lot of crap, and they couldn't present the video. They couldn't present the person that said that, and I was forced out there, had no job. I've tried to get jobs at multiple plumbing companies. I've tried to get a job at anywhere else, and nobody will hire me. I found out I was blacklisted. My IP was blacklisted. It's held me back from getting a job. Illegally blacklisted, because by law you're supposed to inform the person when they're blacklisted. I talked to Mark Richmond. Remember him? He got the custody of both of us. He's the one that told me about all this shit and got me on to studying all this, because I thought I was going crazy. He gave me a bunch of stuff, everything. Mark Richmond's the guy that got custody of us, April. So I started studying more into it, and then more drones started being over my house, little miniature ones, like the little remote control ones. Basically, what these brochures and stuff says that he gave me and stuff he's printed off, I'm under surveillance for 24/7. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, wherever I go. Basically, these people know. I have had damages to my new car. On the back of it, there's carving symbols on the back of this car, and I just got it no more than 2 days after I got it. Those carving symbols show up. Then I've had mail stolen. There was an attorney general's letter inside the mail open. Somebody got into it, and the date was a week prior or a week after I was supposed to be there. I was nearly held in contempt of court. We're going to get in trouble if I didn't call them. They put that back there after they opened it a week later, whoever stole my mail. Then I caught it on camera. The second time, nothing has happened. I have called the police department a number of 19 times now with hard ground evidence proof of what's going on. Cops basically say I seek mental help. How do I seek mental help for telling the truth? Am I not allowed to get mad and be a human being? You want to stick me? I got stuck in a mental ward for 2 weeks for telling the truth. And those Dallas Sheriff's Departments, they didn't even have a warrant to pick me up. They wouldn't even show it to me. They took me illegally, handcuffed me, and took me off. With Mark Richmond, I'm working up a lawsuit on that, by the way. Ask Mark Richmond. Call him. Y'all going to see that I am telling the truth one way or the other. I don't care about money. I don't care about any of that or any necessities. I just want y'all to see that I was right. Now, with me not being able to get a ground-proof job, I might lose this car, and Carl signed for me. You're going to ruin him. Whoever's doing this is going to ruin his credit. Okay, I was, when I got this car, I first started with Grubhub. For the first 3 weeks, I was making about $600-700, nearly $800, even $1,000 a week. All right, when I set up my blocks, and what blocks are with Grubhub, they're like hours. You choose your hours. And I got over 80-something hours that week. And when you drop blocks, it lowers your acceptance rate to where you lower in rank, to where you don't have like first pick at the blocks. So while I was in the hospital, I dropped over 80 blocks. That fucking killed me on my ratings. And then, not one, but 2 people next door starts working for Grubhub. And they take all my calls, and then 2 other people down the street work for Grubhub. Coincidental? My last YouTube channel, April, there was a random person on there named Green Hunter, said him and his friends, and I quote, are going to run a train or have ran a train on your sister. The next one was that we have ownership of your kids, is what they said. The Green Hunter said on my old account. Now, you want to go off and call me crazy, April, when I have ground proof that you're destroying your brother's life, whoever is doing this, and I say you because this is something you would do. You won't even take a ride with me. Basically, I've read the messages that you sent. You basically said to Desiree that, oh, if he gets in his ways, you can bring the child here and everything. And, well, I know how John gets. Basically, you're saying that I'm going to abuse my child. Are you fucking kidding me, April? I've done a lot of bad things, but I won't dare lay a hand on a child. I know what we went through. And I damn sure am not going to raise that child that way. I have not been a good father to any of my kids. And I'm sorry for that. And I regret it every day. But for once in my life, I'm going to try my best to be the greatest father I possibly can. And provide a roof, shelter, food, clothes on the child's back. And be a family man. And you just, the one person that I thought would have my back. I didn't want money. I didn't want money. I wanted my sister. Truly wanted my sister. And all you did was call me crazy. A nut job. April, after this, I don't want nothing to do with you. You have hurt me so bad that worse than I could ever dream of hurting you. You know what this program has done to me? Basically, it's shown me my whole life and the past of what we went through with our mother. Basically, it sent me over to Mom's apartment building, but not her apartment. They had me deliver one apartment right next door to hers. And I'm sitting there just about to break my steering wheel, shaking. Pissed off. And these 2 kids up there, 2 young adults up above on the balcony are recording and taking pictures of me and laughing. I've been called the most dirtiest, provocative slanders you can possibly think of. I've been called on my street a drug addict, a drug dealer. You know, I had to throw my best friend I nearly kicked his fucking ass. I had to grab him by the fucking neck and throw him back in the house. I couldn't fucking believe it. I have no friends, April. Carl's credit's about to get ruined because of this shit, because I can't get a job. Couldn't find out my plumber's examined and license was blackballed because of when I was blackballed earlier in this, whatever you want to call it. What I've read online, people call it gang stalking. It can be called many things. What I'm stating is what's happening to me really is not fake. And I'm not going to kill myself or harm myself. But what happens when these guys push me so hard that I snap? That's human nature. You can only push a human so far. April, I have not lied to you. I don't care if you listen to this but you lied one night saying I was over there. Mario saw me over there, and within the time that you said I was in Box Springs. If you're gonna lie, don't do it that stupidly. Yeah, I keep track of everything. You think your brother is a fucking moron. There's a difference of playing like I'm a moron and being a moron. I did have all those kids and everything. Think about the repercussions. Had sex with all these women, played them, cheated on them, treated them like shit. That life is behind me. I have changed and became a great guy, and I'm not going to let you or anybody hold me back by running me down with my past. You couldn't even take a glance and let me prove to you all this shit that's happening to me. You didn't even care. You abandoned me again. I didn't want money from you. I wanted my sister. And then you're like, I need my space. April, shut up. You're a grown-ass adult. And you're probably going to think, same old, go talk shit. You and my girl about push my limits. For once, I got something myself, and I was paying for it plenty of money. I was about to pay more extra on my child support. Name fathers out there that actually pay their child support nowadays. Hardly none. And I'm getting child support after child support wanting me to pay child support, and I can't fucking pay it because I can't get a job because of this. I used to build houses from the ground up, April. And then Jason jumps into the program, my ex-boss. I have so much proof of this, but nothing. This thing has literally changed me. It's broke my heart. Don't you think I had enough when I told Dad I hated him before he died, and all he said was, I love you? You want to know something about Dad, April, that apparently you, Sandy, and everybody else forgot? It took me until the day Dad died to realize the kind of man he was. Dad, even after all the bad things that I did to him, even after every bad thing I did to him, he never gave up on me. Blood is blood. Seems like I'm the last one that remembers that. Can you look at Dad every day and say you were there enough? I'm not going to yell at you. You weren't. I'm tired of being the bad guy, April. I'm tired of being looked at like the bad guy. That's what I've been looked at all these years. Yes, did I cause it for myself? Yeah. I did. And now that I'm actually telling the truth, nobody believes me. But I understand that. A life full of lies. When you have to lie constantly when you're a child to get something to eat to our mom and sneak out of the room, it becomes a part of you. You make your own reality. Yes, I was a pathological liar and a narcissist. I would stand next to you, April. I would go to prison backing your ass up. I don't care if you were crazy. I'd still back you because you're my sister. April, I love you. But you will not be a part of my child's life at all, because I don't want my child to be a part of what we went through or anywhere fucking close. I'm going to be a father, and I'm going to do right. And hopefully I can find a way to keep this car, because I did it myself. I got it myself. It was like my biggest goal when everybody thought that I couldn't do it. I did it, and then y'all take away from me because people can't stand me succeeding, apparently. Me and my girls had numerous fights because of this. Cops had told me I need to go seek mental help for telling the truth. April, I don't care if you believe me or not. Just remember, Your brother was telling the truth, and you didn't listen. You just stayed away, made up excuses just like you did with Dad not coming around Dad. I'm your brother. You're my sister. I don't care our differences. If you treated me like crap, I would still be there for you. Even if you were lying, I'd still back your ass up. Where are we burying the body? I came back for you, April. I didn't come back for Dad. I came back for my sister. Promise me I would be taken care of. Yeah, I learned a lot of morals buckling down, and still got a long ways to go, but I'll get there. Just remember, I'll get past this. But till you see what I'm actually telling the truth, and everybody, including my girl, Jonathan, you, people was closest to me, I would never say they're lying. Sorry I was falling asleep. I'm tired. This is about the only time I can work because everybody's asleep and I'm getting calls. April, I love you, but please listen to this.